Oh no! I'm in an alleyway all by myself. What could possibly... What's up, guys? I'm Robbie, and this is Robbie's World of Movies, where I like to go over all the latest news in the world of movies, plus some insight into what it all means. And I like to appreciate films from the past. Along with that, I also like to do trailer reviews and trailer breakdown and trailer reaction videos. And along with that, I like to do quick little movie reviews, which we're going to be doing today. So the film that I am going to be reviewing today is Happy Death Day. It blew my mind away. I have to say that. I went into this with just such low expectations, and I feel like an idiot for going into it with such low expectations. I thought it was just going to be another horror movie that's made on a $5 million budget that's just a cash grab, and I felt like it wasn't even going to be scary at all. Boy, was I wrong. This film is good. Now, it's not great, but it's good. I definitely recommend that you go see it this weekend because it's awesome. I jumped a few times. I have not jumped during a horror movie since The Den, and I watched that like 3 years ago. So legit, this movie, it got the blood pumping, and I had the hairs on my neck standing up. That's what I like about the film. I'll get into what I didn't like about the film in a little bit. So what did I like about the film? It was entertaining. I felt like I was going to go into it kind of bored, and there were going to be moments where I was bored. But no, I went into it, and I was thoroughly entertained the whole entire time. Another thing I liked about the film was that it catches you off guard. Like, I hadn't seen a film that really caught me off guard other than, like, Scream. And honestly, I felt like I was watching a 90s slasher flick. Like Scream or Happy Valentine's Day. Those are both great movies, by the way. Horror movies I'm talking about. If you have not seen Scream or Happy Valentine's Day, not My Bloody Valentine, because that movie's terrible, but Happy Valentine's Day, they're both made like in the late 90s. I highly recommend that you go on the internet and watch it because they are both very good slasher films. And that's another thing about this film is it's bringing the slasher genre back. And I am so excited about that. Now, for those of you who don't know, the slasher genre is like a serial killer going after somebody in a horror movie. And then there's like the paranormal and stuff like that, which I'm not scared of, and those films don't tend to scare me. Actually, the only paranormal film that made me jump was Insidious. Don't get how. I jumped to Insidious every single time, and they're making a fourth one, and I have to go watch that, so probably gonna be scared again. But usually the films that scare me are the slasher films, like Halloween, Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Scream. Those are the films that get me. And this film, it got to me. I mean, I personally felt like that I was like scared. Like honestly, I felt like my heart was beating, and I'm sweating right now because just thinking about it. It's a great horror movie. As a movie overall, it's good. But as a horror movie, it's great. Now, is that Babyface Killer on my Mount Rushmore of all-time serial killers list? No. Here's who's on my Mount Rushmore of all-time serial killers. You got Michael Myers. You got Jason. You got Freddy, and you got Leatherface. Those guys are the reason why I couldn't go to bed at night as a child, because those guys are terrifying. And the first movies, except for Nightmare on Elm Street, of course, are pretty realistic. I mean, that could actually like happen. Like Psycho Killer with a mask goes basically on a killing spree with all these teenagers, and that's what I love about them. Other than the fact this film, I mean, this isn't a spoiler because you saw it in the trailers. Other than the fact that this film, like, she relives the same day over and over again, it's a pretty realistic film. There's no, like, supernatural elements other than that. Like I said, this film is bringing back the slasher genre, and I miss that so much. And I am so happy that a film like this came out, and it was low budget, and it was really good for a low budget movie. Great for a horror movie. So, gentlemen, you want to take your crush to that movie that is going to, like, make her cuddle up on you because she's so scared? This is the movie. Because me, and I don't jump during many scary movies. Keep in mind, I didn't even think it was scary. And then there were people running out of the theater. I had a few moments where I kind of jumped in it, and not gonna lie, I mean that was basically my experience of this movie. Now I'm gonna go on to what I didn't like about the movie. For one, this isn't a spoiler, but like you know that they're looking for the killer in the movie. The killer, it was too obvious. When you walk into the theater, you know what I mean. It's too obvious. They get you away from it at the end, though. This is actually one thing that's pretty good about it. Um, they take your focus off the person who you think is the killer, and then like they convince you that someone else is the killer, and then in the end it ends up being the same killer. So personally, I think that was good. Another thing is like who wrote this movie? I mean, sounds like the plot to Groundhog Day, but it's a horror movie. The main character's name is Tree. Were they just sitting in a park and they were like, what should we use as a name for the main character? And then he just looked to his left. Tree. That sounds good. I think that's how they found out the name. And I also, I mean, who came up with the title? Happy Death Day? Seriously? It was like, oh, happy birthday. What's the opposite of birth? Death. There's your title, Happy Death Day. So other than those few little things I didn't really care about, it's a good movie. Personally, overall, my score out of 10 that I would give it is an 8.5. So that's basically a B. And I know it probably has like a 50-something% on Rotten Tomatoes, and it's not really getting worshipped by the critics, but I'm not looking at it as just a movie. I'm looking at it as a horror movie. And as a horror movie, it's great. So make sure to check it out. I recommend checking it out this weekend. I mean, if you want to go see it when it's like out on DVD or at the cheaper theaters, I mean that's good too. But if you get the chance to see it this weekend, take up that opportunity because it is a good movie. Well, that'll do it for today on Robbie's World of Movies. Make sure to hit that like button so I know to keep doing what I'm doing. And also, leave some comments of constructive criticism so I know what to work on to make this show better. I haven't gone to school for this, so that's why I could really use all the help I can get. Also, if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure to hit that subscribe button so I can kind of get a fan base and kind of start building something that could be huge. Who knows? Until next time, I'm Robbie. Bye-bye.